on the scene of a violent attack. Police say a masked assailant broke in while the victim was sleeping.
He said, you need to be more protective of yourself.
Black mask, bindings, early morning attacks.
I think he's done this before.
Aurora, 18 months ago.
Intruder, black mask, backpack, tied her up, took photos.
To date, has not been caught.
You see the pattern. There's a rape, new evidence, new leads, and then one by one, they dry up until he hits again.
This one, we're figuring out on our own.
What if he knows stations don't talk to each other, as long as he only hits once in each town?
You could have detectives from 8 different departments investigating 8 identical rapes with no clue they're all chasing the same guy.
Victims are all over the map, old, young, different races, so he doesn't have a type.
Sure he does, women who live alone. This guy is out there, preying on the most vulnerable women he can find. Where is the outrage?
This is not something people get over. This is something they carry with them forever.
Even with people that you can trust, if the truth is inconvenient, they don't believe it.
Today we were running an exercise for a company, bearing in mind I'm now in the private sector, and we sat everybody down in the city, 1,000 people involved in the whole organisation, but the crisis team. And the most peculiar thing was we based our scenario on the simultaneous attacks on the underground and mainline station. So we had to suddenly switch an exercise from fictional to real. And one of the first things is, get that bureau number. When you have a list of people missing, tell them. And
So
it took a long time.
Just to get this right, you were actually working today on an exercise that envisioned virtually this scenario.
Almost precisely. I was up until 2 o'clock this morning because it's our job, my own company, Visor Consultants. We specialise in helping people to get their crisis management response. How do you jump from slow time thinking to quick time doing? And we chose a scenario with their assistance which is based on a terrorist attack because they're very close to a property occupied by Jewish businessmen. They're in the city, and there are more American banks in the city than there are in the whole of New York. A logical thing to do. And I've still got the...
I was going to say, how extraordinary today must feel for you as it unfolds. You mentioned a few moments ago there our experience with Irish Republican terrorism.
Yeah.
And of course, it was very different, wasn't it? Because however perverted their behaviour, the IRA believed itself to have some sort of code of honour and tended to issue warnings, although of course they often came late to do any good.
Over 100,000 incinerated and many more given a death sentence by radiation. For some people outside of the blast zone, life continued almost as normal. But after the attack, nothing in our country would ever be the same again.
British authorities have commenced Operation Sassoon, the mass evacuation of London and surrounding areas. Relocation centres have been set up by the government in the north of England for all those made homeless after the attack. From its temporary base in Manchester, the government have introduced controversial new security measures, as well as ordering a complete restructure of the security services.
On the run!
Someone's got to get McQueen!
Get McQueen!
Holly, I'll get Sam done. You help later.
Got it! What is happening?
Hurry, Professor! Really think I'm going to let you float away, Professor? Coming your way. Let's go. Give it up, McMissile.
Stop! No way! You can get hurt! Oh no!
Mater, we've got to get that bomb off you.
Bomb?
Yeah, they strapped it to me to kill you as a backup plan.
Backup plan? Mater, who put a bomb on you? You! Why didn't my death ray kill you? Death ray? Turn off the bombs,
Are you also dense? It's voice activated. Everything is voice activated these days.
Deactivate! Deactivate!
Voice denied. Whoops. Did I forget to mention that it can only be disarmed by the one who activated it?
Say it.
Deactivate. Voice denied.
What?
Oh, I'm not the one who activated it.
Would anyone else like to try?
You read my mind.
He was getting on my nerves.
What do we do?
It's very simple. You'll blow up.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. These are the guys that want me dead, correct?
It's nothing personal.
Fellas, listen. I know what you're going through. Everybody's been laughing at me my whole life, too. But becoming powerful and rich beyond your wildest dreams ain't gonna make you feel better. Yeah, but it's worth a shot.
Retreat! Thanks for the help, Corporal. Anything for one of Pop's mates.
Gentlemen, this is something they call a groundbreaker. So let me first apologize to the shirts and the ties for your makeup. Cause I make you ugly. As soon as it drops, we're on a rampage. Bottles popping up before you know it. There's rubble and dust, cause we'll be fucking it up. Somebody say you better run. Yeah! I predict an earthquake up in here. Earthquake up in here. Cause we throw bombs on it, just mess on it, yeah, mush for me. Hey, yeah, we can make an earthquake up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to witness is no illusion. And now we got the bass banging from here to Buckingham Palace. They're all moving. Hey Simon, we're fucking them up, turning them psycho. Everybody rock, let's bring the house down to rubble and dust.